against the Boston Celtics.
And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. First, for the Cavaliers, Irving and Waiters, the guards. And inside, a towering 7-footer, maybe the most imposing big man in the game. All-star center, Andrew Bynum. Then it's Alonzo G. And it's Thompson in at the power forward. And for the Celtics, speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley. And it's Kelly Olynyk out of Gonzaga, a 7-footer with inside-outside offensive skills. In the middle at center. What a tremendous talent. Getting ready for his first NBA appearance. And there's Green, and it's Bass in at the 4.
Tell you what, I don't know of any players that like to miss time during an NBA season, but no player especially wants to miss time because of a bowling accident. One of the bigger head scratchers last season was Bynum's absence because of knocking over some bowling pins.
And Bass kicks to Green. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Green's got the first basket of the game for Boston. Here's Irving. And for Bynum, that setback with his knee suffered bowling. You don't normally think of bowling as hazardous.
Well, it depends how you play. Personally, I've always felt bowling can be very physical, but I play a different style. I know you probably just roll the ball down the lane.
What do you mean different? What do you mean different style?
I attack the pins. I attack. I'm aggressive as a bowler. You probably just take 2 hands and just kind of gently roll the ball.
Of course, I want to hit my back. Now here's Rondo. Bradley. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Bradley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, here's what the Celtics head coach had to say when we spoke just a few minutes ago. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
And thank you, Doris. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Shot's good by Waiters.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
And here's Rondo.
Guys, the Celtics went from being a powerhouse in the East and middle of the pack last season, but they still protected their home court as well as anybody. Easy to find inspiration here with the parquet floor under your shoes. And the banners hanging over top.
Now, here is Irving. Rajon Rondo missing his last shot. Back to Thompson. Outside Irving. For the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. You do have to love the parquet floor here, as you said, Clark. The pride certainly. Factor last season as the Celtics were able to finish, Steve, with a 27-13 record here at their home.
And even though the Celtics would end up just as the 7th seed in the East, you knew they would control their home floor just because of their veteran experience, their talent, their coaching. So they were really able to ride that home court into the playoffs. It took a while for Dion Waiters to find his way in the NBA, but after about half a season, he really started to grow with the Cavs. Showed a lot of that potential as he put forth a much more efficient effort in the second half.
Boston making a switch here. Humphries checked in. Now, here's Green. Back to Rondo. Foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. And Waiter's a strong-bodied combo guard, taking fourth overall. Clark in the 2012 draft out of Syracuse.
And, you know, he's drawn some Dwayne Wade comparisons for his slashing and finishing ability, and I can understand it, but hold up, folks. Don't get carried away with that yet. But I love what Waiters showed in his rookie year. He's got some playmaking ability, has active hands defensively, first-team all-rookie. He's going to be a key part of the Cavs going forward.
The offensive rebound.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
The drive by Green. Stolen by Waiters. Here's G. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all five guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
And here's Rondo following the score by Cleveland. Bradley dishes to Humphries. Drops in the tray. Humphries has got his first 3 points of the game. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Rondo against Irving. G. There's 1:54 left to play here in the first. Irving can't hit. Boston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. The shot by Rondo is no good.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
A different look now for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Bynum. Bennett comes in for Tristan Thompson. And it's C.J. Miles in for Alonzo G. Here is Miles. It's taken away by Wallace. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. And Lee with the stuff.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. I mean, that was a very late reaction from the defense there.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. There's 1:17 left here in the opening quarter. Bennett kicks to Jack. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
You know, there was no need to rush getting rid of that ball. I mean, that's just giving away a possession there.
1:09 left in the first quarter.
Well, one of the struggles for a young team is figuring out how to win on the road. And winning on the road is not just execution, it's preparation and mindset. And young teams struggle to put that together, and the Cavs were certainly a team that struggled with that. That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Irving against Rondo. Irving attacking. No good, unable to end this run. For the Cavaliers, being young was a big problem, and not having much luck with injuries was another. But, Steve, it can be tough to score points when you're on the road, and they struggle with that in a big way.
Well, they would end up in the bottom 5 in scoring last year while on the road, and that did them no favors. And defense, I mean, that was another issue. They couldn't stop anybody. So you combine bad offense, bad defense, going on the road, you're in some trouble.
Now Rondo. Wallace outside. And it's Rondo penetrating. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so the first quarter is in the book. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Bass can't get it to go.
You know, Varejao has always been an amazing rebounder, but I thought last season the start of the year was probably his best. I mean, we knew he was on track for a big year when he grabbed 23 rebounds in the season opener.
He dishes it to Rondo. Lee outside. Shoots. Tries again. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
You know, one thing you know about Bass is that he's going to knock some people around underneath. He's very strong. He's not real tall for a front court man, but he's strong and he's skilled as well. You know, he'll knock down shots, but he loves getting on the offensive glass.
Oh, yeah, he'll make guys who have 4 or 5 inches on him look like a crash test dummy the way he throws them around. Bass is a big guy. He has no problem letting you know it. And you know what? His outside shot loosens up everything inside, spacing the floor beautifully for the Boston Celtics. And for Varejao, before the injury last season, Clark historic rebounding numbers.
How about this, Kevin? 10 consecutive games with over 15 rebounds, and 5 of those being offensive rebounds. That's only been done once before in the history of the league, and it was by the Hall of Famer, Moses Malone.
5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Varejao. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, the huge trade that really overshadowed this year's draft, the blockbuster deal between the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets. The Celtics sending out the veteran trio of Jason Terry, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce, and in return receiving 3 future first-round picks, the right to swap picks in 2017. For the Celtics, a tough but realistic decision to begin the rebuild process. For the Nets, an all-in attempt to win a title. Guys, it sent shockwaves throughout the league, and we'll just have to wait to see how it all shakes out.
They've got probably the best team in franchise history. We'll see where they go next. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Andrew Bynum's checked in for Varejao. Tristan Thompson comes in for Bennett. Alonzo G is checked in for C.J. Miles. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Passes shot. Good.
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers were okay offensively last year. It was on defense where they really struggled. They had the second lowest block total in the league, but still were top 5 in fouls. That's a bad combination.
And it's Bynum with the jam. Well, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this league.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
Gets it to go. Bass has got 9. And for the Cavs, a young team, plenty of injuries last season. Steve, do you think they'll improve defensively this year?
I have no doubt they'll improve, Kevin. That was the main reason to hire Mike Brown. He's really a defensive mastermind, a guy who will emphasize it every day in practice. And it's a young group, talented young players who are still growing and still learning. So I think they'll get better defensively by a significant margin.
Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Now here is Jack. Lee with the steal. And now here's Lee. The fast break opportunity. There's the dish to Sullinger. Bynum with the steal. Now Cleveland moving it up. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
Tries to save it.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Some changes for Boston. Olenek, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Green comes in for Brandon Bass. And it's Avery Bradley in for Rajon Rondo.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around. As he's grown as a player, Andrew Bynum has become more forthcoming with his opinions, which I don't mind. One thing he said last season was that he felt his development was stifled a little bit by playing with Kobe Bryant. And you know what? He might be right.
And Jack, here we go. And there's Andrew Bynum on the assist from Jack. 8 points for Andrew Bynum.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Tortoise-like? Wow, Clark. Yeah, they're putting it together, but still trailing. Their offense is finally getting some traction.
Now, here's Bradley. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Jack. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Jack's got 4 points in the quarter.
Now the shots are starting to fall a little bit more than they did in the first quarter.
Yeah, they say it's not how you drive, it's how you arrive in golf. Well, a shaky start can be overcome because now they're starting to heat up.
And going back to Andrew Bynum, certainly he's shown the capability to be a go-to scorer on the low block.
Well, he's an old-school center. I mean, you can throw him the ball on the block. He's got great footwork. He can score with either hand. He's an impossible cover when he's physically right. But that's the question. Will he be healthy? If so, then they've got a guy who can demand double teams down there. Another rebound gobbled up. They are pounding the boards.
And a big part of the lead, guys, is because of the work they've done on the glass. I mean, they have the lead because they've rebounded well.
Now here's Wallace. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. A stupendous finish in traffic. And the Celtics lead by 8.
Boy, it's no wonder they've got the lead. Their shooting has really picked up here in the second quarter.
You know, you don't expect the team, Steve, to shoot in the 60% range the entire game. But if they can hover around that mark, well, they'll run away with this one.
Boston leading by 6.
And no need to rush it. They can play for one shot.
And I think they should wait till about the 5-second mark to go for it.
Kicks it out to Bradley. The pass to Lee. Off target from outside. And so that's the end of the first half. Celtics out in front, up by 6. And coming up now, it's the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll return with the start of the third quarter in just a while.
Now, presented by Sprint. And welcome to halftime, everyone. Great one underway in Boston. Boston leading against Cleveland. And defensively, they've done a good job grabbing rebounds, limiting second chances. There's been some great work by Brandon Bass in this one. He's up to 9 points, and he's been making some nice contributions on the glass, too. And still hanging in there, the Cleveland Cavaliers. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. Kyrie Irving off to a rough start. An abysmal field goal percentage. The shot not cooperating. Thanks so much for being with us. Now let's get back to Boston as the third quarter gets underway.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we return, a view of the beautiful skyline of downtown Boston. Have to like what we're seeing from Bass.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Well, Mike Brown hired back to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I got a chance to know him a little bit when he's an assistant with the Pacers early in his coaching career and was let go by the Cavs back in 2010. Family laid down roots in Cleveland, and I think he's glad to be back.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, gentlemen, Anthony Bennett was the surprise #1 pick in this year's draft. Bennett was as surprised as anyone, but certainly he's pleased. And with his skill set, he can do a lot of different things. Bennett said, I'm versatile. I can shoot, post up, run the floor, rebound, get my teammates open. I'm unselfish, and I don't have my own agenda. And guys, for a young team developing a winning culture, his character's certainly an important attribute.
Yeah, an NBA body from day one. Thank you, Doris.
And guys, on this team, that leadership of his is certain to help. I mean, I think he's the perfect fit.
Here's Waiters following the basket by Kyrie Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And for Mike Brown, his firing, kind of a desperation move by the Cavs to try to keep LeBron James. Steve, how'd you analyze that?
Well, I'm not sure that LeBron actually wanted him gone. But, you know, he's a great defensive strategist, a guy who excels in player development. And give credit to him, he didn't burn any bridges when he left. He maintained strong relationships there in Cleveland, and it's great to see Mike Brown back there with the Cavaliers.
Now, here is Irving. Irving double team. Rondo, and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here's Cleveland. Irving with the ball. Now guarded by Greg. And it's Thompson with the jam.
You look at Irving and how much success he's had early in his NBA career. I think the only thing standing between him and true stardom right now is health. He's just had a lot of nagging injuries. He would love to put together an injury-free season.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.